Hi everyone, my name is Becca. I do amazing stuff and I'm with the 49th Street. What inspired you to enter into this industry? So you know how growing up you just see that one uncle, one auntie doing marvelous things. Well, I did not have anybody in entertainment growing up anyway, but you just watch TV and maybe you just see Star Trek or you see this maybe Reading Unplugged and then you're like, how did they do this thing? How were they able to get everybody here, from production to lights to even the artists that are performing? And sometimes you watch these things and then you see your favorite artist and you're like, I really want to work on stuff like this, right? That was how I was able to say, okay, you know what? I want to make people happy. I always want to bring smiles to people's faces, put the events together, do things that speak wonders, right? So you can be happy, you can be sad and come to one of the events I put together and then you go home happy. Yeah. That's how I entered into the industry. I hope it made sense. Which woman/women have had the most significant impact on your life and career? Well, there are a lot of women that I see do amazing stuff, but I'll just go to the ones that have worked with directly and have affected my life directly. So I'll say Grace Ladoja and T. T's name is Svelana Tomova. They both put Homecoming together, and every year since 2021 I have worked on Homecoming as an artist liaison, putting together with the Homecoming guys. I see how they move, I see how they operate, I see how they take their piece very seriously. It's excellence or nothing. So I feel every time I look back and I'm like, how would Grace do it? How would T do it? So yeah. If you could have coffee with any woman in history, who would it be and why? I'd say Rihanna, because she's a genius. She has lived many lives and she has been excellent at everything. And it's excellence all the way. So yeah, Rihanna. How do you balance your career with personal life? Balancing career with personal life? I would say boundaries. That's the foundation of everything. You need to know, people need to know when, it's time for work, when it's time for you to be at home, when it's time for you to spend time with your family. Because at the end of the day, right, you can be the most successful woman in the world and if you don't have people to go back home to, you get frustrated. I promise you, I'm sure you guys see a lot of frustrated women in this our space. Those are one of the things that cause it, because somebody said they don't have love at home. I promise you they do not. So yeah, don't what's English now? I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. Don't give so much importance to work and then forget you have a personal life, be it gym, be it your family, be it even your dog, be it even your stomach, your food, your dieting, anything. Just make sure that there's a balance. When it's time for my food, I don't want to talk about work. When it's time for my family, I don't want to talk about work. There has to be boundaries. That's the foundation of everything. So yeah.